Let me know if you need anything.
Oh, you're so awesome. Hey, well, you know what? I am very happy. There were some crazy, crazy things that were happening at polling sites. Like people threatening violence. And I'm like, this is so insane.
Oh, you know why that is.
Mhm. And so um, I was receiving phone calls. My opponent's father being verbally abusive to a pregnant lady who was handing out my campaign material. Then at the polling site I was at on Tuesday, the person who was working for my opponent was saying abusive things to me. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm going to leave. And then the people who were there with me, they're like, Stephanie, you haven't heard the half of it. And so I had to have security at the polling site with me.
What?
Yes. It was just, I'm like, this is insane. And not insane in the legal sense, just,
Yeah, I'm very sorry that that ever happened.
oh no, they were doing like this win at all costs things. And I'm just like, I'm not here for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like an ethics commission.
Mhm. So I'm just like, and my mom called me. She's like, 7 is a perfect number. She said, now you have a chance to do a lot because my mom said she doesn't think that people know how much work goes into this,
Huh?
like trying to do the right thing for people. So I hope that, yeah, I'm hoping that people get the help that they need still. And then
I guess
do things for me. So I didn't end up getting home because I had to have security follow me home and taking different routes. I had security in front of me and behind me, taking me on a different route to get me home to make sure nobody was following me. That's how crazy it was. And then
so
I got home, took a nice little bubble bath,
put down the time.
because I always go to sleep, right? And then I got up the next morning because I was going to the Young Women's Leadership Academy because they had the Read Across America. Those young girls are so cute and so funny. And so I read to them this book called Boxy Text.
Boxy text?
Boxy Text.
Okay.
And it's about this girl who's a boxy tech. And I was like, please let me pronounce all these words correctly. And so basically, she lives with her mom and she builds a lot of things out of boxes. So they sent her to a maker class or maker institute. And she was so happy. She was the only boxy tech there. But everyone else had their thing that they were good at. So you had the blanketeers. They made a bunch of things out of blanket. Then the spaghetti tears, making things out of spaghetti. And so it's about these two girls. One felt special, but then another girl comes along and she's a boxer tech too, and she's sort of better than the other girl. And so it was about resolving their conflict and working together as a team to build a great structure. And do you know now at schools, of course, I grew up in film strip days, right? They don't, of course, they don't have the film strips. They have a docu-cam like they have here, where you can just put the book on the docu-cam, turn pages so all of the students can see it.
Nice.
But
Well,
I
that's about
read
turning
to,
the film.
yeah, I think I read to like 4 classes, and I gave them 2 books to choose from, and all of them chose blocks of text. And then there was one long student, no, I want to read the other one. So I read the first one. I'm like, do we have time to read the second one? So the second one too, I think it was called Build Something. And it was about how everything, architects, how a lot of people are involved. And so it was great. So I enjoyed it.
That's a wonderful thing.
Oh yeah.
It's nice.
So I'm happy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Let me know
You've
what
always
you
been
need.
my treasure
Yes.
since day one. So
Let me know what you need, and I'm here.
oh, thank you so much. But I will tell you, I don't know if you remember Laura, but Laura was like, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing great. It's fine. She's like, I'm so happy because we keep saying we're going to go to Vegas to go to the Sphere to see some show, but we never can because I'm constantly here doing other things. She's like,
Experience.
now we can do it.
I've been there. We're going again. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to see. I hate I miss Wizard of Oz
Yes.
because they said it was good, but I'm going to see what else they have on tap, and I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's unusual. It's pretty cool. If you have a vertigo, if you know, sometimes I get that. You look up.
Yeah.
Don't go to the upper deck. It's
Go to
really vertical.
in
Yeah.
the middle. You know what? The first time I went to a Spurs game here, I almost got vertigo.
Yeah.
And because you're up and it's just straight.
Sphere is more of that, more. Much-
Can't do it. So when are you and your wife going to take another trip somewhere?
Not this year. We had such a big trip last year, and thank God we went, given everything that's happening now. But not this year. Maybe probably 2027. I would
I
imagine.
tell you what, my goal is I'm going to go back and I'm going to do that again because I don't think I experienced it as much as I wanted to. Go Ahead Tours has a trip that is the Italian Riviera and the French Riviera.
Okay.
And I didn't realize that in France they have like a cultural thing. And it happens all over France at a specific time. And so they were just coming out of the pandemic when I went on that trip, and it was awesome. There were people doing plays, people singing, stuff was free.
Not to like.
Oh yeah, and the seafood was great. I was right on the beach, eating my mussels and watching performers.
That's a beautiful.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in going back.
So yeah, I'm gonna do it. And I wanted the person I met there, it's such a small world. He knew somebody here that I knew. And he's like, yeah, when my wife was alive, we would always take a train through all of France for this cultural fest. I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to do that again.
Let me know.
That's on my list.
Absolutely.
All right, good seeing you.
See you too.
All right.
Bye.
Mhm. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Frank Garza who was placed on community supervision in 2025 CR 005952 for the offense of unlawful carrying of a weapon with a felony conviction on August 26, 2025 for a term of 2 years? Is that you? All right, state.
I apologize. I believe I need a minute. When I was looking at the court file, I believe that the judgment was for a reduction of attempted possession.
Yes.
Or unlawful possession, the
Mhm.
third degree on.
That's
So
correct.
So at this time, I'm gonna ask to amend the motion to revoke for it to read offense of attempted unlawful carried weapon.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Are you the same Frank Garza who was placed on community supervision for the offense of attempted unlawful carrying of a weapon with a felony conviction on August 26, 2025 for a term of 2 years? Is that you? And did you review the motion to revoke community supervision and the First Amendment motion to revoke community supervision with your attorney and understand it? All right, state.
Violation of condition number 4 and Fair County Tax Superintendent Frank Garza did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of November and December 2025 in violation of condition number 4.
To that, how do you plead, true or not true?
And we'll wait for that.
Any objections to the waivers?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court will find it true, grant the motion and sentence you up to 2 years in the prison?
Speak up.
All right, you have to speak up. Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there an agreement?
There is not. The state is asking that you grant the state's motion, revoke the defendant's community supervision, and sentence him to the underlying sentence of 2 years in prison.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, since he's been locked up, the probation has completed a TAP evaluation and started a mental health evaluation. And they feel that he's in need of some mental health assistance, and I believe they're recommending DDRF. I believe that's a good program for Mr. Garza. I don't know if you remember this case a few months back when you placed him on probation. This is one where he's homeless and he found the gun and was trying to turn it in. And so it was a technical violation of the law. And that's why we ended up with a plea of attempted possession of the gun. He's still homeless, still struggling with those types of issues, still struggling with his mental health issues. And we believe that getting him some help while the court has jurisdiction, as opposed to just placing him in an incarcerated situation, would be a benefit to him and to society. So we would ask the court to amend for DDRF and get him
I
some
mean,
help.
I understand his issues, but why isn't he reporting? You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name is Frank Dodson.
All right, why are you not reporting?
The time frame of the housing where I was saying that, where my probation officer actually requested, address, I couldn't use the Haven for Hope address because they're over capacity. So, yeah, unless I'm staying there, I can't use it. So.
No, that has nothing to do with reporting. I'm like, why didn't you?
I reported, it just, from, it was like a 2 month period of separation. I think I kind of missed, missed the date, on my reporting. So I do admit, but the situation, trying to have somewhere to stay, you have to constantly be moving around, waiting for housing downtown. So I have to wait downtown. So finding a location to be at, very difficult with the law enforcement officers constantly asking us to move.
All right, but it's saying that you didn't report for November and December, which means nobody has seen you since October.
Well, I stay right here downtown, like right next.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're saying you stay right downtown, but probation doesn't know that because you're not reporting to them.
Well, I let the probation know. I literally said that right where buildings are. That's what we're at. We just have to be moving around the location because we can't. So we can only stay like 72 hours.
No. I understand what you're saying. That has to do with you not having a residence, but it doesn't have anything to do with you not reporting to probation. So I'm trying to figure out, why didn't you report to probation? You say you're moving around, which means you can get from one location to the next. All you had to do was report to probation once a month. So I'm trying to figure out why you're not reporting to them.
Well, I mean, I could tell you, but I mean, it's going to be considered like as a, I don't want to consider it as an excuse, but.
No. Just tell me, because I'm trying to figure out where you're coming from.
Well, my older daughter was beaten, so I was handling that. So helping her, I hating getting her in there. That's what she went. Her boyfriend's actually locked up right now. He beat her with a gun, so that was one of those situations.
Okay, I understand that. And I'm internalizing everything you're saying. But unless your daughter was somewhere where you need to be with her for 2 months, which normally in a calendar, is 60 days.
She stayed with me 30 days on the street until she actually got accepted in, because that's the requirement.
Okay, but still, that doesn't explain why you didn't report at least once out of the month for November, December. That's what I'm trying to figure out why. All right, any questions?
No, Judge.
All right. Here's the thing. I mean, the number one thing you have to do is report.
I needed like 7 more classes for pregnancy.
Okay.
I mean, I was on the doctor.
I need signatures.
This is good. Mostly. One of the guys who what do I say?
All right, the court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. The court will grant the motion, revoke, sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, and the court will recommend the therapeutic community. You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on community supervision. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. All right, good luck to you.
Imagine being homeless, finding a gun, and trying to do the right thing by turning it in. That's exactly what this defendant did. But because of a prior felony, that decision still landed him in legal trouble. He was placed on probation for attempted unlawful carry of a weapon. Months later, he finds himself back in court in front of Judge Boyd, this time for failing to report to his probation officer. His explanation? He's homeless, constantly moving from place to place. And recently he was trying to help his daughter after she was brutally beaten by her boyfriend. The judge listens closely and even shows some empathy for the struggles he's facing. But frustration quickly becomes clear. One question keeps coming up. Why couldn't he make it to even one monthly probation meeting? Despite the emotional plea and his request for mental health support, the court ultimately focuses on the missed obligations, and in the end, the judge revokes his probation and sentences him to 2 years in prison, while recommending placement in a therapeutic community program. Harsh reminder from a courtroom. Good intentions may matter, but they don't erase court orders.